Good afternoon, sixth graders. If you are watching this, you are either in Howard or you were absent yesterday. We are going to put a pause spell house on giving memoir speeches. Those of you who still want to do them can let me know and we'll make time. But right now we are starting a new thing that we rolled out yesterday, spell house. So pay close attention, everyone. This is called our sixth grade community project. So first, what will we be doing for this new task? Why will we do it? And how will we be graded on it? The question that I was thinking of as I made this, the question that drove the assignment is, how do conflicts in a community affect all of its members? How can you make positive change happen in New Orleans? So when we talk about sometimes a conflict or a problem in one class can affect the whole class, kind of similar like that. And we're also trying to think, how can we make an actual positive change in New Orleans? Actually, skip this right now. So think for a second about your favorite part of New Orleans and your least favorite part of New Orleans. Flip over your paper actually to the blank back side. Jot down your favorite thing and your least favorite thing. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to gather some research to answer a question I'll tell you in a second over the next week. And then next week, we're going to be writing an essay. And then the next week, we're going to make something called a public service announcement. I'll tell you what that is in a second. Your task. For your project, you will select one of the conflicts that youth face in New Orleans. Youth being basically anybody who's in school, like kindergarten through 12th grade. You will research the causes, possible solutions, and ways that these issues impact the broader community. You will state a claim, find possible solutions to the problem, and write an argument essay and record a public service announcement. So you're going to be doing online research to define the problem. So first think about this question, whatever your least favorite part about New Orleans is. And that will probably be whatever the conflict is that you want to do some research on. You're going to spend this next week collecting a lot of online research to learn more about this problem and try and get ideas for solutions. Because in your essay, you are going to propose a solution. So you are going to write an argument essay that tries to get people to get on board with you and to do this solution, whatever it is. This is something we're actually going to live out in class. So if you come up with a really good idea of something that should be happening in New Orleans, we are going to try and actually make that happen and take it to people in New Orleans who have power and see what we can do. You will also not only write an essay, but you will record a public service announcement. So look right here. What is a public service announcement? It is a free advertisement made to send a message to the public and bring awareness about a particular topic. So if you've ever seen one of those commercials that tells people to stop smoking or stuff like that, those are public service announcements, not commercials. It brings awareness to something that someone is passionate about. So with little things too, like this project really does give you a chance to make a difference. I'm going to be sending out our essays and public service announcements to people in New Orleans who I think could really make change happen. So as you're writing this, make sure you know that you can absolutely be in a position to have something really happen. So your job today, you should be looking at your paper now, not up here because nothing's on here anymore, is to jot down where it says, I would like to research blank because blank. Think of the topic that you want to research. If you don't know one right now, you can Google around and try and Google what are some of the biggest problems in New Orleans. You can think about your own experiences, but whatever you're going to research, that blank should be the conflict or the problem that youth face. One thing, this has to be really specific. So a lot of people that did this yesterday just wrote that they would like to research violence in New Orleans and how it's too violent. That needs to be more specific. So you can talk about gun violence. Some people did how there's violence around Mardi Gras, certain stuff like that, but it has to be more pretty specific. Okay. And then also you will fill in the chart on your paper that says what I already know about this issue and then what I would like to find out about this issue. So fill in those boxes to sort of get you excited about this topic. Remember, once you found the conflict, you're going to have to do a lot of research on what this problem really is. Then you should be looking up solutions to the problem because you're going to have to propose one big solution at the end. So for example, someone in the class yesterday said that one problem is that, hold on, let me get the example up. So someone had said yesterday, here is the example. Someone had said yesterday that there isn't enough support for people in New Orleans who are suffering trauma or still struggling from the storm. So they proposed to put on a concert that would raise money and spread awareness, and to start this foundation that would get people therapy and other services that they needed in order to get emotional support. So right now, your job is to fill in this sheet. This is going to be collected at the end of class. And then spend the rest of time just sort of having fun, looking around, getting excited about it. Maybe the more you search, you'll find a different topic that catches your eye. That's okay too. But just make sure that you are thinking about, just make sure that whatever topic you choose, you can find a lot of research on it, because you're going to need a lot for your essay.